Hi, and
Hello
welcome back.
to the Cat and Erna show. Here we are again.
Yeah, and you know what? I thought of something. Perhaps we should, even though people can read, but if they're listening to the podcast, they might not know that I'm Cat and you are.
Erna.
Yeah, and we are a
True.
bit giggly today because of technicalities and stuff. So if we are laughing a bit, that's just why. So it's contagious. So
Yeah.
feel free to laugh with us. And today, Anna,
Yep.
yeah,
Today
we
we
are
are
going.
going. Oh, we're starting off so fun. We are
Okay,
going
I'm going
to.
to introduce you because you're doing all the work today,
Okay, well,
mostly. So
I'll go
today,
for it. I'll go for it.
yeah, you will. It's so exciting. Today, we are going to have a chat about how to communicate with animals. And
Yes.
obviously, they don't speak human, and we don't speak dog or cat or bird. So, and it's a thing that you know of, you know how to. So,
Yes.
what's the
Yes.
deal? How do you do
The
it?
the deal. How do I do it? I just project the animals on my screen when I'm going into a meditation, and I call them 3 times. If they want to communicate, they'll step forward, and I just sort of communicate through the screen. But what the messages that they want to convey come either in as sounds, scents, feelings, images, of course, and sometimes just words. So
Hmm.
it's a mixture of everything.
Okay.
Um,
So it's kind of like clairvoyance if you have
it
to.
is it is
Yeah.
actually kind of like clairvoyance. That's why last time I said when you were speaking with the spirits that it sort of felt like it's a bit the same as speaking with animals. You tune in to the animal. You do have to have permission of the animal's owner. And if I would speak to a wild animal, then I would first ask permission of the animal to speak with it.
Mm.
And if there's nothing in return, well, then it's obvious that I can just take a hike and
Yeah.
no
No thanks.
siree.
Yeah, not gonna happen. Okay.
No, exactly.
No. And when you talk about the screen, is that a picture in your mind?
Yeah, it's a picture
Yeah.
in my
Okay.
mind. When
Yeah.
I before I start with the communication, I actually always do it like in a meditation sort of style.
Mm.
I take some deep breaths, go down a stairs of 10 steps. And with each step, I try to, I imagine one of my senses. So for instance, I could imagine that I taste grapefruits, or that I feel a breeze of air on my skin or the sun
Mm.
on my skin, that I feel myself walking in the sand, that I hear honking of a large bus, or um, that I smell flowers. What else do we have? I see. Um, I see
You see.
birds or
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah.
Um, so let me just click something away because it's in my screen. Go. Um, and then when I'm at the bottom of the stairs, I am in my working space, my working room. And I have decorated it so that I feel comfortable there. I
Wow.
put on a cloak or something, a golden protection, if you will, before I actually sit down and call the animal's name and ask if they want to talk to me.
Okay.
And if they have a message, or in the case of a lost animal, if they can tell me where they are, but not before I have asked some standard questions like, where do you get your food in? Or what's your favorite toy? Or how many people are in your household? Who is your best friend? Stuff like that.
And you do that because you need to be sure that you have the right animal.
The right animal, but also to give the reassurance to the owner that I actually spoke with their animal or communicated with their animal.
Yeah.
Because it's not speaking, it is actually communicating. Communicating is
Yeah.
much broader than just speaking.
Yeah. Yeah.
So so that's basically how I do it.
That's basically how I do it. But do you always need a picture? Or could you, if I just said, well, my neighbor has a cat?
I do need a name of the cat.
Okay.
And I do need to know roughly whose cat it is. So if your neighbor would be you, Paula, Pauline.
Her name is Line.
Oh, she? Line.
Pauline. I can't
Line.
remember. Lone, perhaps. Something with an L. We have a Line and a Lone, and I can't remember which is which. She's Lone, and she's Line. Okay.
Hey, Luna. We've got Luna. And she has a cat, and I need the cat's name. And then I can already start.
Okay. Wow.
Yes.
So we have talked about a specific dog that you were going to try to connect with. So the dog is not my dog, because I thought that it might be not difficult, but it could be that for me, if it's a person I know well, I begin to have my own thoughts interfere with what I know. So, and Anna has heard a bit about my dog.
The funny thing is that I already did a bit of pre-work, and then but all the time Wilma came popping up, and when Wilma was there, for some reason I had the bowl that she get, or I don't know if she gets her food in there. It's like a ceramic or stone bowl. I always get this stone thingy where she either gets water or food. I don't know, but every time Wilma's there, then this stupid stone bowl is there.
That's funny, because she has it in a plastic bowl actually, but I'm going to think a bit, because it could be something that she's trying to tell me that I've forgotten. But we usually throw her food in the garden, and there are some what's the word?
You bricks? Tell me.
Stone thingy.
Stone
on
thingy?
my patio, terrace, or whatever you call it, and there's the grass. So perhaps that's what she's showing you. I don't know, because we've never had a bowl of stone, but her breeder might have had, and she has been at them not a lot, but when we need her to be taken care of, they are the one babysitting. So could be. Yeah, but she likes to interfere, or what?
Yeah, she just pops up, and I don't even call her, because I was not going to look at her, but for some reason there she is again.
Look at me. Yeah, that's her. But the reason we didn't choose her was because you know quite Not a lot about her, but you know.
Yeah, but quite a bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
enough to be able to tell you that she lives with 4 people, and
Exactly. Yeah.
that she loves to be in the garden and opening the door, and well, that she recently lost her playmate. Well, I don't know if it's her favorite, if Hulda was her favorite playmate, but at least the one that was close to her in the house. So
yeah. And mentioning that, could you also have contact with animals that are no longer living, or is it only with the ones who are living?
Well, I think I could.
Yeah, I think so too, but I don't know if there's a difference.
I have never tried it, but I think I could.
There's a challenge.
It is a challenge.
But let's stick with this one today, and then perhaps another time.
Yeah. After a lot of practice.
Yeah, but this is practice, right?
Yes, this is practice. This is already practice. Yeah.
So the dog we chose, or I chose, because I needed to be a dog that I could relate to, so that I could
confirm and
and that you didn't know. So that was the easy one to take.
Yeah.
So it's my mom's dog, and her name is Freya, or Freya in English. And you received a picture of her.
Yes.
And her name.
Yes. Yeah. And I'm just looking at the picture again. She's looking at me like, what do you want? She's quite like, on the one side, she feels like a shy dog, a bit backing off, but on the other, here I am. What do you want? Come get me. She's like a little lady. And there's Wilma again. Yeah. So do they know each other, Wilma and Freya? Not really. It doesn't feel like it. But why does she keeps popping up?
I don't know. You're the one who knows how to communicate with them. I don't know. Try asking her.
Yeah. So when I look at her and ask for the bowls that she gets her food in, then it feels like metallic.
True.
She's with your mom and her husband, but that I could figure out because I know that your mom has a husband and no other children, and she's obviously a bit older. So
hey, what do you mean when you say that?
Well, it's not like she's got young kids in the house.
By looking at me, but true. Yeah, true. I can take it.
Does she have anything to with rabbits? Maybe stuffed rabbits or?
Let me check. I had my mom ask a lot of questions, and I can't remember what she said, but just asking her something. Oh gosh, what would they do in the old days?
Probably not communicating with animals, because that's more of this age. People are more and more aware of that animals do have feelings and are sentient beings. So they want to know and they want to cooperate with them.
Yeah.
Am I visible, or is the sun so blocking?
I'm visible. I can see you. I'm just grayish, bluish or something, but I can see you. You have a fine touch of sun below your neck, but I can still see you.
Oh.
And Jenny.
No, I have to go this way. Oh. She feels a bit fragile. Freya feels a bit fragile. Freya is actually quite a tough woman, huh? Or was portrayed.
Yeah.
The goddess of, what was she? The goddess of
fertility, I guess.
Yeah, fertility, but also war.
Was it all war? I'm not that into it, but you're probably right.
But she feels a bit frail for a Freya. Actually. Why do I feel this? It's not fear, but it's like she is what is a bit less than being afraid?
Anxious, but that's close to afraid. But I'm thinking like nervous.
It feels like sometimes she's like holding her breath and She is cute though, likes to play.
She does.
It's like I see her going around, and then if she plays, she can also do like shake her head.
That's true.
She like running. Like I see her do zoomies.
Yeah.
Zoomies. It's not like
podcast.
I did this, but it's like zoomies that, yeah, Z's, zoomies.
Yeah.
Does she doesn't like to be really outside. It's more like an indoor dog, even though she loves to go out and walk or play. But she also loves cuddling and staying in, so to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
She adores your mom.
She does.
I think if she could, she would stay with your mom all the time.
Yeah.
Did she have like some something on her backache, or something with a leg,
I don't
hind
know,
leg.
but it's funny. I was about to ask you a question that I was thinking about, and it's not exactly that, but I was about to ask you something in that area. So I'm not mentioning anymore, but it's just funny how we can.
Yeah, when because I'm now touching my back, but it feels like the kidneys. It's at least it's that height, it's that sort of spot in your body.
She has just been to the vet, but in another about something else.
She's been sterilized?
No.
It will be a guessing game if I'm going, because I'm not getting anything from her. But I just can't stop rubbing my back. What did you do, little one? Did she have an enlarged liver? Because what I see is like the liver that's larger.
Okay. I don't know.
Tell me.
My question.
Yes.
Yep. Look at my face. It's something. I look totally brown, reddish, yellow, and my neck is all white. What the hell? Never mind. And I do need a haircut, but never mind. Yeah, back to Freya. The question was if you could tell me something about her tail. And I'm not saying anything else because then you would know what I'm talking about. And then you mentioned the lower back, so I thought that was interesting. And it doesn't have to be an illness or anything like that, but it's something specific with her tail that I know of. If you could like see, feel something about that.
No, what she shows me is actually like a healthy tail. Maybe that's because she wants it to be like that. Maybe the glands at her tail, the root of the tail. But she's not showing me anything.
No.
Oei,
So
give it to me.
Nothing specific about how she, what's the word? Wags her tail, wiggles her tail. The word. Wiggle.
I think you can wag the tail and
Yeah, right.
wiggle the tail. Yes, the same.
Yeah.
Come on,
I can
son,
still feel you.
go away.
No,
Maybe
no,
I should
no.
just close the curtain a little bit. Huh?
Only if you need to. You're totally visible.
What could be is that she does have something in her lower back which makes the tail be sort of crooked. So that she has a crooked tail, or that she just can't wiggle it all the way, or just more one way. But again, she feels perfectly fine with it.
Yeah, it also seems like it.
So for her, it's like there's nothing wrong. It's perfect. What kind of food does she get? Is she on like does she have dietary food that you know of?
She has had.
I don't think she really liked it. Because what I'm sensing is that she had the food, but she could easily sort of vomit. And she might sometimes have done it, but she didn't because she needed the food. But it's not like, yay, let's eat. No.
I'm not sure if she's getting it at the moment, but I know that she has been on some diet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you said your mom had some questions.
No, I said that I asked her some questions so that I could verify if you said anything.
Yeah. Okay. Did we cover most of them, or?
Yeah, I think so. Favorite person? You kind of said that. You didn't say favorite person, but you did mention my mom.
Yeah.
And that was true. And what did we have? What did I ask her? I asked about her favorite toy, favorite sleeping spot, favorite person, favorite food, favorite activity.
She loves staying on the couch.
She does.
She's just making herself comfortable.
Yeah. And that's her favorite spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Favorite toy?
Yeah, I still get something with rabbits.
Yeah, but there's nothing with rabbits, she said. Shit, said. I love my Englishes.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. What's your favorite toy? Oh, I hear some squeaky noises. Does she like the squeaky toys? Not like that it's her favorite, but does she have one that she wants when she wants to annoy someone?
Perhaps just texting at the same time.
I love those connections. It's so easy.
Dogs and moms and Netherlands and Denmark, and
Oh man,
how international and spiritual and whatever.
great, huh?
Favorite person, my mom.
Yep.
Favorite food, not the diet food.
No. Snacks.
Yeah, and that's all she's getting, her regular food and snacks.
Snacks, yeah. She
When
loves the snacks.
Yeah.
Oh, that maybe is where the liver comes in, because the snacks are not good for the liver and maybe the kidneys as well. Okay. All right.
We've
Go
just
on.
had a talk, my mom and me, about perhaps not giving her that many. Yeah. Favorite activity?
Sleeping.
No,
Sorry.
could be sleeping, but there's another favorite activity as well.
Cuddles.
No,
Loves cuddling.
she does love cuddling, but that's not the one my
The
mom said.
favorite. What is
Could
its
be her,
favorites?
but
A favorite activity. Oh, you're not talking about brushing her.
but in the end, who's to say? This is my mom's answers, but you're
Yeah.
talking to the dog,
Yeah.
and it's not sure that they agree. It
No,
could be
true,
that my
true.
mom thinks something and she thinks of another thing. So
Yeah, what I get with Freya is that she just loves to sit on your mom's lap and then cuddle, and just that's what she loves. To be with your mom, to be close to your mom. And yes, she loves to play, but the cuddling she loves better.
Okay, interesting. And you mentioned that when she sits on my mom's lap, you did something. What was it you did with your hands?
Oh, just like to that your mom's like holding her and just yeah, petting her and give her kisses. She loves the it's like, ooh, baby, you know, and like the what do you say, the cuddly words, the sweet words, you know. She loves to hear that she is the best, that she's beautiful, that she's so cute, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
She has a mind of her own, this one. She is curious, but also reserved. It's so funny that sometimes you see both, like the outgoing and curiousness in this in the same at this and in the at the same time that they're being shy and reserved and that's how she feels a bit, you know.
Yeah, and I get that. Even though when you mentioned it in the beginning, I thought, that's not her, but it is. At home, she's the loving, caring,
The cutie pie.
The fun playboy thing. But when she's out on her walks, she's confident and she's walking, but she does not want to talk with other dogs.
Yeah. She's very much on her alone. She's in her own bubble and yeah with your mom.
and her husband as well, actually. But
Yeah.
she has had some, and many dogs she has had some experiences that made her withdraw from dogs because she's kind of afraid. I think that's where she gets the when a dog barks or something.
Yeah. True.
Yeah. So. Wow.
Freya.
Yeah.
Oh, she just turned around. Like,
That's
okay,
it.
we're good. We're good. Thank you.
I want more snacks, but they're not healthy for me.
What?
I want more snacks, but they're not healthy for me. Bye.
She could be very disappointed that I'm not giving her a snack.
She could be, or that you're telling
Maybe I
her
can
mom
give
not
her
to
a
give her
virtual
some.
snack.
Now you get a close-up of my office that's not tidied up, but crazy little old me forgot to turn on the electricity. So now my computer is saying that I'm almost out of power. So I just need to.
No.
Done. You didn't notice, did you? The little tour with all the mess.
No.
You didn't.
No,
There's
I've
a
got
reason
the
why I'm
sun
here.
full in my face, so I didn't see anything.
Good. You're what? I can't talk.
Friday,
You
right?
watch the replay and then you see the mess.
I will. I always do.
Yeah, you do. Well, thank you, Erna. That was interesting.
Yes. Yes, it is. You know, it's like when I communicate with my own animals, it's easy. I know exactly what they want when they want it. They just they give me a sign. And usually with other people, when I encounter them and I see their animals, I always know what the animal wants at that particular moment. But yes, just to do it like this, I need to practice, but I love it. It's really nice, especially if you have
better, right?
And if you have like a focus where you can go, if an animal has health problems or sometimes animals are really devastated when one of their roommates or one of their friends passes on. And that's also just great to communicate with them about, to help them, give them some closure. Or that's of course a very human thing to say, but it does feel like that.
Okay.
Because animals, they do know that that there's another world that's not in this realm, that's not in this reality. So they're quite capable of making the distinction, but that doesn't mean that they cannot miss their playmate, their friend, how? So
yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
I had a question, but I forgot.
What was it about?
Good thing we're not being paid for this, right?
Yeah.
I would be fired. No, I was just thinking about something totally different from what you just said, but about her tail.
Yeah.
When she wags it, she puts the tail between her legs, and she's not afraid. It's when she's happy and excited and everything, she wags it between her legs. So it's not up like usual.
Yeah.
Goes down. And just the other day I thought, well, perhaps she has something in her back, lower back, that makes it. I've only seen it once, and this was last week or something, that she took it up. Every other time it's between her legs.
Yeah, could be
So-
that it just hurts if she has it up, because that's
Yeah.
an extra weight, and if she
Yeah.
puts it down, then it's easier, then it doesn't hurt that much, you know. So it could be, yeah.
Could be. But
And
the vet
now
hasn't said anything, so
I
think
don't
it's normal.
have any strain in my back or any ache. It's not like pain, but it's more like a nagging ache
Yeah.
that's there. There's nothing there now.
No. And that's really amazing that you can feel what they feel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you need to pull the curtain down so that you can
Yes.
watch properly?
I'll be back. I'm not going to
You'll
make the
be
tour.
back.
I'll just
You
take
make
this
this
off.
and I'll just sit here and think of something funny. Or perhaps it will be boring. It doesn't really matter. Because just in a few, Erna will be back. And that's the greatest thing about this YouTube/podcast, that Erna is here. Woohoo! We love Erna. We love what she can. Also what she can't. But that's another story. God. And she's back. Aren't you glad, so that I will shut up?
See myself.
You can, and you saved all of the listeners and watchers from listening to me anymore. So thank you for being back.
Yes. Okay. So
Well done.
I should have done this for much sooner.
Yeah, it didn't take long. So
Okay. Well, good.
talk you out of it. Sorry.
No, that's good. So did you remember the question that you have?
Yeah, no, it probably wasn't a question. It was probably the tail thing.
Okay. Oh yeah, we just spoke about the tail.
But one thing you said in the beginning about the meditation thing, where you focused on your senses.
Yeah,
that's really useful, and not only with connecting or communicating with dogs. I think in in human clairvoyance it could be done as well, and it's kind of like you get into that hypnotic state that we use when we use hypnotherapy as well. Yeah. I've never heard of that way before. So
no.
Did you create it yourself?
No. That was actually in the training, and I actually don't use it ever with humans or in the hypnotic. But when we talked about the animal communication last week, I was reminded again, and I was like, oh yes, I used to do it like this, and it just heightens your senses, because there's the information that you get is not only words, it's an overall thing. Everything is energy. The thoughts are energy, feelings are energy, everything is energy. So why doesn't it work with people as well? So when I'm like, for instance, when I'm doing an energy healing at a distance, I use it too, because my workspace, my room, is my safe place, and it's always there. So
the room thing and the
cloak. Yeah.
But also, Anna, when we do hypnotherapy, we focus a lot on the emotions, feelings, and the thoughts, as they are connected. But as you say, it could sometimes I've done the look around and listen, and you can hear. But if you do what you just did in the beginning, you will sharpen the senses, and people in hypnosis will have easier, how do I say it? I need an English course. They probably would connect with those senses easier, so that they can express what they heard or what they felt
Yeah, you know,
on
or
their
what
body
it
and not only
tastes
in the
like.
body. Yeah,
Yeah.
and smell like, because
Yeah.
what do you see, what do you hear, what do you feel? But perhaps you could smell something, and sometimes people do mention that. But maybe, and I think this is true, maybe it's easier for them if we have done what you just talked about
Yeah.
in the beginning.
So it could be nice to experiment with that.
Yeah, could be. I'm up for a challenge.
Well, we could. Could we just maybe sit together and then just think about the best way to do this, and then we can do it live in the podcast?
We could.
Oh, listeners and viewers, we are going to have a ball with this.
Yeah.
This is going to be
never
fun.
boring. Yeah, it is. Okay, I'm just okay, this is going to be fun. We're talking about smells, and little old me, who is sometimes 5 years old in my mind, is thinking, oh gosh, I better not smell someone who farted. What the hell? Oh gosh. I'm sorry, I'm not normal, but I don't plan to be. So
this is what makes it fun. Come on.
yeah, it has to be. We tell ourselves that, at least.
Yeah, we do want people to enjoy this as well. Not and us ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, we have to laugh.
We have to, and I'm not going to, and that's the thing as well, that okay, now we're going into some totally different subjects, so please stop me.
We're good. We can divert.
Yeah, but I've been a person all my life that didn't entirely acknowledge who I were. I was the goofy one. I said weird stuff. I still do, but I tried to be normal, to do what was expected of me, to do what I thought people wanted me to do or say, or how to act, which created a slight perfectionism and a feeling of control. And you know what? I'm going to do something now. So if you can't bear to watch my 2 fingers going up, then close your eyes. So a lot of hypnotherapy and a name change and evolvement, because I'm getting older, has made me realize that I am who I am, and I actually do like myself, even though I find myself weird at times. Even I look at myself, think, why the hell did you say that?
Weird is good.
Yeah,
weird is good.
I don't want to be like everybody else, and everybody else is not like everybody else, because we're all weird.
Yeah,
we're not
in our own ways. We are weird.
And that's what makes us unique, and that's our special contribute to the world.
Exactly. And you've got a lot to contribute.
Yeah. So yeah, I can't even remember why I started to talk about that. Yeah.
No, but it's like, because we said everything is energy, and you know, animals are also always who they are, and they take you who you are.
They do.
So they're much more forgiving than we people are, and they don't judge. We judge all the time.
All the time.
You judge yourself, but you get judged by other people. Oh, look at that weirdo, there she is again. Or look
you can't even speak English. And I had a session on that.
Yeah. I remember. Was it that yeah, we met, huh? About the English speaking. That was the first one, yeah.
The first was about speaking English on social
Lives.
media. Yeah. And look at me.
Hey, but
now.
your English is good.
Yeah, it is. I just stumbled over the word.
Yeah, but
But I do that in Danish as well. So
yeah. See?
I hate the V's in English.
So what are you talking about?
I don't know. But that's yeah, and back to the animals. And they are in the moment.
Yeah.
So when you are with animals, you are forced to be in the moment as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And you know, and it's not like animals cannot have trauma, because they can, and it can be ingrained in their body, and it can trigger anxiety, or even ferociousness, or defensiveness. That's all true, but in principle they live in the moment. So that's why I think it's really possible to turn the lives of animals that have been abused around with love and dedication, and just show, because yes, you need to show them that they are great, and that you care for them.
Yeah. And you do,
because they do care for you as well. You know, it's not a one-way street.
No,
it's always a two-way street.
Yeah, and respect and trust.
And,
and you see it with dogs from shelters.
Yeah,
some aren't that lucky, but luckily most are, because they find a home where people do want to take care of them, where they do want to build trust and respect.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. It's not the animals that need to step up the plate and do that. It's the humans that need to step up and help the animals overcome the trauma. And that takes a lot of dedication and time. And if you're not willing to do that, then forget about it.
Yeah.
Then there will always be this little bit of distrust, or and and that's actually normal, I think.
Yeah, it is with you. What is it with me today? It is with humans.
I like
as
it.
well.
This is good.
I hate it. I feel like I have a potato in my mouth.
No.
But with humans as well, we want to have respect and trust and love, and to be taken care of.
Exactly. And we need to know that we belong to this tribe. And the same goes for animals.
Yeah,
I think for instance, dogs have that more than cats. Cats do want to belong to a tribe, but a cat is so they can do their own thing. They don't need us. They can be really, really happy when they just lie somewhere, and if they feel like they want to be touched, then they come around and stroke your leg, or they ask the attention that they want, and then afterwards, like, okay, bye, I'm just going to sit over there, and just leave me alone.
Yeah, and dogs do need to feel that they do belong. Regularly. It's not like once every 24 hours. They do check in a lot. And some more than others, but
true.
I thought of the being in the moment. Sometimes I look at my phone. I don't know if you do that, but I do. Or sometimes I come home and I'm tired and I just need to sit down and look at something totally irrelevant. And there comes Wilma, and she wants to play. And what do I think? I think, oh God, you're annoying. Leave me alone. I need time. But she reminds me to be here right now instead of zoning out. And I do recharge when I zone out, but I also recharge when I spend time with her, because that's what that that is what shit. That is what charges me, because I feel happy, but I do need to feel that I want to, because if I go out there and play with her and my mind is inside because I would rather sit there, then I get nothing out of it. But why? Because I'm not being in the moment. I'm in here instead of
and then you'll see that she does something naughty, and that you're like,
and then I get annoyed even more.
Yeah.
Instead of just being there and
Exactly.
actually just accept the gift that she's giving me. Come spend time with me. I like you, I adore you, I want to play with you, let's have fun together. And let's,
You know that I'm getting goosebumps now, because that's exactly how she feels, huh? She just wants to be with you. She wants to be with Cat. She wants to be with Cat.
Yeah.
Cat is her favorite person.
Doesn't feel like it.
I know. But you know, she just does that to sort of make you jealous.
It works.
Yeah.
It does. It does work.
Yeah.
I'm the one, not always, because when I'm not energetically aligned, I don't do what I want to do with her. But when I am, I train her, I walk her, I give her food, and I don't only give her food in her bowl. I do it outside, but I also hide it. I also train her with it, and she loves
stimulate
that.
her.
And I love that. But if I don't have the energy, it's really, really hard to get it done. And she misses it, and I miss it. But
you know what it's like? She says, if you come with me, then you will get energy.
Yeah.
If you let me show you, you will get energy. If you let go, you will get energy. But yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah, and you have more dogs and more animals than I do. I don't get it. And a full-time job, and you do it all alone, and I can't see how.
Yeah.
So how do you do it, and how many animals do you have?
I've got 2 dogs and 3 cats, and the cats are actually fine. There's the one cat of my daughter. He just wants some chill time on my lap for 5 minutes in the morning and 5 minutes in the evening, and then he's fine. He just lies next to me. My cat is on and off. She's going like, okay, you're working now, I'll sit in your lap, so let me work with you, it's fun. And then the other one tries to sit on my lap, but she is just like digging in my clothes, and she's just wrecking my clothes. So I usually just tell her, Lola, go away, not tonight. But she would love to. She is actually a cuddly one. The dogs, yeah, they also come and look at me, and then especially we've got Dukes with a head bigger like mine and a muzzle like this big, and then he's coming, and then he just drank, and you know it's all wet, and then he's just laying his muzzle on my laptop, and I'm like, no, or he just shakes his head, and then I've got all the drops of water and saliva everywhere.
Gosh.
But he just wants to come and put his head on my lap, and then just like sort of good, because he's the big dog. But he's 6 years old, and he's just a puppy.
Yeah.
He just wants to bury his head in my arms, or against my leg. And then we've got Luna, the other dog. She is she can be annoying, because then she sits next to me, and then there comes the paw. And again, and even if I have my hand on her, I still have to pet her and give her attention, because there comes the paw. And again, And then I tell her, come lie next to me. And then when she lies next to me, she just lies there and she's okay. And then it's like, okay. And I just have my hand on her and we're fine.
Oh gosh.
So and then the walking the
there's
dogs,
the-
yeah, I do have to walk them separately now because Duke's had a huge operation. But we're getting there. We're getting there.
I thought you always walk them separately.
No.
No.
I used to walk them together. But now with his operation from December onwards, I just walk them apart. And then sometimes if someone's here to help me, then we walk together.
Okay.
And then hoping that we do not encounter other people with dogs. Because even though I have told him so many times that there's no need to go for other dogs or to go for people, that he doesn't need to protect us and that he doesn't need to tell everybody that Luna is his girl and nobody else, he still goes for it. So if I walk without Luna, it's actually a little bit better.
Yeah. Okay.
So
but that's a lot.
Yeah,
Full-time
and then
job.
yeah. And I'm actually lucky that the horses are somewhere else in in a paddock paradise where they are with 15 other horses and that they have their friends and just play and walk around and get their food and yeah.
And you also have
the bees. I also have the bees are a very different story. Huh?
Do you have fish,
No,
spiders, frogs,
not anymore.
snakes,
Not anymore. No.
chinchillas, hamsters?
We had salamanders, sort of the small lizard, but not a lizard. I think it's salamander in English. It's like an amphibian. They live in the water and on the land, and we had really a lot of them in the garden. So when the kids were smaller, they loved the salamanders. So we had salamanders.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. No, I don't feel it.
Well, actually, I would love to have chicken and goats. The milk goats. Yeah. Oh, I love that.
I have thought of having chickens, but I think they come with rats, and I don't like that. Yeah, because
you've got Wilma. Come on.
Because rats like food, and chickens have corn, and they leave eggs, or the fox will come, or they have chickens in the back of our garden, and their neighbor has as well, and they have cows down the field from here. So I think the rats will just
go that way.
Had mice, that's enough. I don't like mice either. That's a thing.
Get a cat. Get a cat.
No, because once my husband got bit in the finger by a cat that we had, and we bought 2 cats because we thought they should chase our mice. But
no mice chase
like cats. And I have had cats, but I'm a dog person, so we tried, and then the cat bit his finger, and then we don't have cats anymore.
Yeah. For me, it was the other way around. I was actually scared of cats.
Yeah.
Because I thought, they can scratch and they're mean. And then my boyfriend at the time, they had cats at home. And there was this cat who is called Leaf, and Leaf is lovely. And that was actually such a sweet cat. And because of Leaf, I am now also a cat person.
Wow. That's funny, because I had a boyfriend who had cats. Or 1 cat. And I didn't like cats. But that's the thing, Anna. I didn't like cats because my mom and her mom didn't like cats. And I have heard stories about cats. So I didn't even make up my own mind about it. I just took their story and brought it into my life. So I didn't have a chance to know if I actually did like cats.
Yeah.
So he had a cute cat. And then that cat moved. I can't remember why. And we moved in together and we had not one, but 2 cats. And then we broke off. We also had a dog. And then I had another boyfriend and we had a cat, and he's now my ex. And we had a cat. I'm not saying anything else. Yeah.
I was just going to say, I do hear a lot of cats in your life.
We had a cat. I've had
Doesn't
more
mean that
dogs
you're a
than
cat
cats.
person. Cat
Nope,
person.
I'm a dog person. I don't mind cats, but I'm a dog person. I like that I can train them, which I don't do at the moment. But yeah,
You should. Wilma loves it. She loves it. It's play for her.
It is. But you know, the thing is, the things we do train, she knows. So I need to find something new.
Yeah.
And for those of you who don't know it, I have recently discovered that I have ADD, and that explains a lot, because then I'm trying to find a new exercise. And when I do that, I get sucked in that exercise. And then there's another exercise that's exciting. And then there's another. And suddenly I can't remember what I was going to train with her. So I have to look at it again. And guess what? I never do it. So I do all the old stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So I need to focus.
Focus on one thing. Yeah. Focus on one thing. And then step to the other.
One new thing. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
this was interesting.
Yes. Oh, well, there's so much that we can talk about concerning animals. And we all,
because
it doesn't even matter if you don't have animals in your. There are always animals in your life. Even if you don't have them yourself, there are always animals in your life. You always know someone that has an animal, be it a rabbit or a guinea pig or dogs, cats, snakes. Yeah,
we eat mice.
You can't let the snake out of the terrarium.
When you crash your boyfriend's friend's apartment because you don't have a place to live, so he's sweet enough to let you sleep on a mattress in his living room, right next to the big, I can't remember what you call it, place where the
the terrarium or
and there's a cute little snake lying there, and it has
2 meters or
and it has to be fed with what? My favorite animal in the entire world. No, my second favorite animal in the entire world. Mice. So there are living mice in the terrarium with a snake that is
running for their lives.
No, because they don't know that the snake wants to eat them yet. So suddenly it does, but it only takes one at a time.
Oh. Yeah. Then why not just throw one in there and not a whole population?
I don't know, but there I was in the apartment, grateful, thankful that I had a place to stay. But gosh,
until you just look sideways.
Yeah, it was only for a short period, but
oh, that's good.
I learned to accept the snake. So, but the mice, not so much.
No.
Okay, now I'm rambling. Yeah,
I think this is a good point to say goodbye, right?
Yeah, it is, and it has been fun. And thank you for trying to and connecting and communicating with Freya.
Yeah, it was actually fun to do it again. I need to do it more often.
And you did Wilma as well. And she actually barked when you mentioned her this last time when we started talking about her again. Yeah, she did.
But she knows it. Oh, she's she's so in tune with you actually, yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it, but she knows exactly where you are, how you feel. Huh? Don't mess around with Miss Wilma.
I'm not. I just want her to behave when we walk so I can walk her, but she won't.
I'll talk to her about it. Tell her to.
I've tried. I can't figure it out. Okay,
Yes,
We
we're
need
wrapping it
to
up.
stop. We've
Okay.
had a lot of fun.
Yes,
Yes.
we
And great
definitely have.
discussions. Yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
And next time, who knows what we'll be talking about then?
It's a surprise.
It is. So stay tuned. And
Like
hit
and subscribe.
Yeah, and follow so you'll know when you have a new amazing video or podcast from us. You can't wait, right? I can't.
Yes, yeah. And if you have any comments or questions, just write them down below or send us an email at
catanana.com.
gmail.com.
We know you can do it. You can.
Yes.
And we're not scary. She
Not
might
at all.
be a bit, but I'm not. Okay.
The least
Bye.
scary person. See ya.